Welcome back, pro wrestling fans. Welcome back, IWC, to the lounge here at Chaos Corner in Chaos Headquarters. It is 9:50 Eastern Standard Time, and we just came out of a solid bout where absolute Ricky Starks went over on Wheeler Wheeler Yuta from the BCC, the place to be. Of course, Starks with an assist from You Can't Teach That, Big Cass, aka Big Bill. A solid bout and one hell of a year so far by Ricky Starks. He has an unbelievable future, one of the bright spots on AEW. It really is unbelievable. A big win, a solid win, well-deserved, the right call by the bookers to get Ricky Starks. Again, we took a little break here on a live-to-tape watch-along for AEW WrestleDream, a tribute to Antonio Inoki. Thanks for being here, fans. I just wanted to kick back and actually watch the Starks bout because he has a big future. He is a future world champion in this company at some point. That was the 6th bout of the night, not counting 0 Hour. That would make it 10 bouts so far. And here's the 11th bout of the total card and the 7th overall. This is the one, the dream match that they're talking about that I want to see. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and Zack Sabre Jr. And if you do your research and you remember, Zack Sabre Jr. wrestled and was booked and worked for my home company at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Let that sink in. Let that marinate. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Again, as I said, 9:50 Eastern Standard Time. Here on Chaos Corner. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks for being here. We're not close to being over yet. We still have some big bouts to come. The dream match of Danielson and Sabre Jr. We still have FTR and Aussie Open for the AEW Tag Team Championships. We have an unbelievable trios match with Jericho, Omega, and Ibushi against Guevara, Ospreay, and Takashita. And we also have the 2 out of 3 falls with Christian Cage and Darby Allin for the TNT title. That should be a banger. We're going to be here for a while, fans. Follow me on all social media platforms, especially here, Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. And if you don't know the rest of the social media platforms, I'm not going to repeat them. Do your research. This is my motivation. This is my stress reliever and the craziness and insanity of society in 2023. Let's all get together. Tomorrow is not guaranteed for anyone. I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Big props to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's coming back soon. Don't be caught dead without him. Let's get on to WrestleDream and the dream match, they're calling it, between the American Dragon and Zack Sabre Jr. Now, you know, Danielson said, as they went through the vignette, he told his 7-year-old daughter he will retire within a year. So he wants to get all these dream matches, no pun intended, out of the way. Sabre with the red trunks, representing, I've got a little more research, a TMDK, I guess the 0 Hour, that's part of his group. Zack Sabre with the blonde locks, Danielson with the braids, wearing green on green, Sabre with I guess you could call it orange trunks. This is one of the single bouts that I've been really looking forward to. Perhaps the biggest on the show. There's the bell. Here we go. Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr., Chaos Corner. This should be a technical spectacle, a bonanza, an extravaganza. Both men crawling around on like crabs on the apron, trying to gain the upper hand. The dream match. Antonio Inoki. Konnichiwa, bitches. Yeah, a little change up. Getting in the spirit. The mana, the aloha. You guys know what I'm talking about. Pehe oi, melihini kane, pupule, wiki, mahalo, and aloha. Mox is in the booth. This is the 2nd or 3rd match that he's been in the booth for. Again, fans, as I've stated, just about 50, 60 grapplers on this total show. Less is more. I keep saying it. I've uploaded all the segments here onto the YouTube channel. You can watch it here for free. You didn't have to pay the $50. I'm about 10 minutes behind. You come to the channel here where there's over 2,500 videos, and you could watch this live. Raw dog, live to tape. That's what it's all about. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog. No super chats, no Patreon, no paywalls, none of the above. Just you and I here in the lounge at Chaos Corner. Saber now. Saber. I said Saber. You guys get it, right? Oh, nice suplex, reverse suplex by Danielson and Saber. Again, most of the guys here back and forth, everybody's trying to get their stuff, and there hasn't been, in my opinion, a lot of storytelling, a lot of ring psychology, maneuver after maneuver after maneuver. I'm hoping this is a little different. You know, whatever, how many matches I said we are in here, it's been an okay show. It's well worth the money, I guess, but a lot of the matchups have no rhyme and no reason. Very few. Step over. Saber tying up Danielson. Looks like he's going to go into an abdominal stretch with a finger lock on top of it. Nice reversal by Danielson. Into an abdominal stretch, finger lock on his own. Saber's got him on the finger lock. Here we go. Reversals into the abdominal stretch. Where do you see that? This is technical grappling at its best. Series of reversals back and forth between the American Dragon and Zack Sabre. A ref Aubrey is in. Well, no, listen, I love her. No, she's good for what she does, man. No disrespect. It can't fade, man. It's a joke. You notice how we got the camera angle a little back? Is that okay? I look smaller. I am in training, dropping a few lbs. I'm coming back. Nice leg lock by Danielson. Excuse me. Nigel McGuinness, Moxley, and Sockface in the booth. No offense, Excalibur. I don't even know you. I don't get the gimmick, though. Series of mat technician that you wouldn't believe right now if you're watching AEW WrestleDream. Everybody's doing this live right now. No, Mox is pissed off, he said. It pisses you off. Danielson with a beautiful leg lock into a bridge, and Sabre hops right on top and reverses it. You knew this was going to be this type of bout. Not a lot of high-impact maneuvers. Sabre's trying to press down Danielson as we speak right now. A lot of reversals, leg locks, arm locks, wrist holds, crabs, standing. Both men standing on top of her head right now. Holy cramoly, I've never seen anything like it. Look at the reversals. Look at this is pro wrestling. This is mat technician at his best. Both men squaring off. Both men back to their feet. Very evenly matched right now. Listen to Moxley. This is some weird movement stuff because they're not a bunch of goons, Mox. No disrespect. You are who you are, a talented athlete. Ambrose, Mox, whoever you are. Couldn't compete with these guys. Beautiful leg sweep by Zack Sabre Jr. into a leg lock. Danielson on his back. Into a half crab. Boy, can you describe most of these moves? I mean, I'm an old school guy. Some of these moves are unbelievable to describe or even come up with a name. Oh, step behind, grabbing Danielson by the proboscis. Trying to get him into a surfboard. Will Sabre get this surfboard on Danielson? Pulling him up, stretching out the ligaments, the tendons, and there it is. He has it. Danielson up in the air. Sabre's tremendous. And Danielson gets out of it. Nice reversal. Into a leg whip. And now Danielson's going to do the reversal himself. Jim Ross is back in the booth. Thank God for JR. And he grabs him by the face by the proboscis Danielson has on Zack Sabre. Moxley said it's a swinging Johnson contest. And that's commentary 101. And look, and now he pulls him back into a surfboard. The shoulders, the ligaments, the tendons. I can feel his pain from here. He has Sabre suspended in air. It's really hard to break this down and describe this, fans. I got to say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Into a beautiful bow and arrow by Danielson. Nice counter by Sabre. Both men grinning at each other. These guys cannot be one step ahead of each other because they're exactly the same. It's basically virtually been a stalemate at this point. Even Stevens, so to speak. Both men in tremendous shape. Like I said, the green and black for Danielson, the orange and black for Sabre. This match is a main event anywhere. This is not the main event, though. The secondary TNT title between Christian and Darby Allin, because it's his hometown, is the main event. 2 out of 3 falls. It should be an unbelievable match. Nice European uppercut by Zack Sabre on Danielson. Both men in the middle of the ring talking to each other. Oh, a beautiful European uppercut by Danielson. And again, this has been the theme of the night. Both grapplers going back and forth. It's been the theme of the night, going maneuver for maneuver, blow for blow, and not really selling it. That's what you get. This is AEW, and this is what they do. Everybody's a tough guy. And here we go. European uppercuts and forearm shivers. I mean, really high impact, but nobody's selling. Even 2 great guys like this, am I wrong here in the psychology? Am I wrong here in my viewpoint? You guys leave a comment. Let me know. I mean, it's a great matchup. Finally, Danielson's selling the European uppercut by Zack Sabre. Or in his case, maybe a Japanese uppercut. Although he is from the UK, Sabre. Am I right? Big foot stomp by Sabre on the right arm, forearm, and wrist of Bryan Danielson. That could mean big trouble. You get one of them taken out. Time for a little hydration break. Listen, no copyrights. I don't own it. Listen up. Give me a little break here. The Zulu, unbelievable cup. Danielson still in the middle of the apron. Sabre has taken over at this point. Zack Jr., if you will. Taking too much time right now, though. Kicking back. And he's got the TMDK on the back of his trunk, so now I get it from the 0 Hour guys from TMDK. I didn't understand it, didn't get it. I don't watch New Japan enough over in the land of the rising sun, the Orient, if you will. So I was a little misinformed on that one. Oh, and he's snapping the fingers of Bryan Danielson, almost trying to break him off. And you can see that's happened to the GOC more than once, if you look at it, fans. Yeah. Courtesy of the pro wrestling business industry. And now Sabre just lightly throwing kicks at Danielson right now, kind of like how Orange Cassidy does. I'm not happy about that. And he's taking too much time. You want the pin? You want the win? I'm not trying to be harsh here. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly because I tell it like it is. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And again, great matchup, dream match. But I don't understand the methodicalness, if that's even the correct term, of Sabre. Far side. Misses off the hammer throw. Nice reversal. Flip over by Danielson into a leg lock, a reverse crab. I guess you can call it reverse crab. And now Danielson taking over after Sabre was getting the better of him. Sabre took too much time. Should have went for a pin. At least try for a pinfall at that point. And now we're going back into the modified surfboard. But no, Danielson bangs both knees into the canvas. Again, I'm not sure what damage that does to Sabre on both kneecaps. More than most, I would say, because Sabre, surprisingly, is not wearing knee pads. And now here's the educated feet of the American Dragon on Sabre. Beautiful leg whip. Down goes Sabre. Another beautiful leg whip. Oh, and it looks like he really caught that left leg on Sabre. He might have twisted it. That went bad. That looks like it could have been a serious injury. Something happened there. The ligaments, the tendons, this could be... Let's see what's going on with Sabre. He's going to try it for a third time. He does it for a third time, but no, a reversal. Oh, a beautiful reversal, and he gets Danielson across the neck and the head with a reversal on both legs, a twist with his legs. Let's see. There's that leg rip as they do it, and it looked like it definitely, and Sabre definitely landed awkward on that. That's a tough move, that leg whip. It looks like he might have recovered. Far side. He tries to go get Danielson in the corner. Danielson lifts him up and got him on the top rope. And now he's going to hang him up in the trio. The trio, whoa! He's got Sabre in the trio, whoa! Oh, and there it is with those martial arts kicks to the ribs of a hanging upside down Zack Sabre Jr. Listen to JR, good grief. Now both men on the top rope, and he's going to do the BCC elbows on Zack Sabre on the top rope, across the neck, across the thoracic, across the vertebrae, across the trapezius, as the fans go along with him. The BCC. And now a reversal by Sabre on the top rope, and he takes the extended arm and hyperextends Danielson's across the shoulder. And again, he's grabbing those fingers. Both men on the top rope. Like JR just said, something's got to give in this. It's been a solid bout thus far. Headbutts by Danielson to the ribcage of Zack Sabre. Headbutts now. Not sure if that's smart by Danielson. All right, here we go. Top rope. It looks like it's going to be a double underhook. Here we go. Do-si-do on the top rope. Double underhook. Suplex. Holy cramoly. Here's the cover. No, he didn't go for it. He went into a reverse lock. And here we go with the label lock. I would have went for the pin. Triangle by Danielson. Nice reversal. Again, going for that label lock. I agree, good old JR. This is a clinic. He might be the only one that's a half a step ahead of me sometimes with the analysis. Did I tell you what I had for dinner? Maybe not the right time during the dream match of Danielson and Sabre Jr. A nice pork tenderloin, a sweet potato, some broccoli. Tremendous. Boy, the wife can cook. A single leg crab again, but now it's on the elbow. Reversal all the way up to the elbow. Both men selling the arms, the ligaments, the joints, the hands. Finally releases it. Danielson selling that right hand. Still wondering about that leg whip by Danielson on Sabre. Again, the ligaments and the tendon damage from matches like this is something that you can only experience if you've been in the ring. And here's the educated feet once again of Danielson. Sabre on his knees in the middle of the ring as Danielson just unloads with those kicks. Misses with the roundhouse. Oh, then he catches Sabre on the side of the dome piece across the ear. That could knock your equilibrium out. That could bust your eardrum. Danielson right now, though, playing to the crowd. I don't like it. I don't like when the grapplers do it. It's too much. If I'm your manager, if you're under my tutelage, you're going for the pin. And now here it is, holding him by both hands and doing a stomp. Danielson just stomping across the side of the face of Sabre. How the fuck do you take something like this and come back from it? You want to call it legit, scripted, whatever the fuck you call it, choreographed, get in the ring and let me see how you do. You wouldn't last 5 seconds. Never mind 5 minutes in the sheer physicality and brutality. Danielson misses with the flying knee. Reverse roll-up. Here's the fruit roll-up into a bridge by Sabre. Reversal by Danielson. He does the same thing. Here we go, back and forth. Those he do moniker each other. Is that the right word? Sleeper holds, reversals, rollovers. Unbelievable, the European clutch. Only a 2 count. Fans appreciate this. Even Mox is on his feet. Good to hear JR. Legend. Crowd still has a decent amount of energy. We're at 10:10 Eastern Standard Time here on AEW WrestleDream from the lounge at Chaos Corner. A flying boot to the jib by Danielson, far side. And Sabre with a drop toe hold out of nowhere. Nice reversal. This is amazing. Into the bridge again. Oh, unbelievable. Double underhook by Danielson. Look at the maneuvers. How are these ligaments and tendons and joints standing up between these two? And again with the BCC elbows by Danielson on Sabre. Sabre reverses it into a rolling over lock. Holy jeez. Oh, and he's got that arm stretched all the way back, Sabre. It's going to look like he's going to snap it with the slaps and the breaks and grabbing the wrist and the fingers. Sabre is unbelievable. That's pain. That's punishment. Look at these fingers. I feel your pain, American Dragon. Oh, another leg whip by Danielson into a leg hold. A leg lock. Twisting down. I mean, it really is. This is technically brutal. Not the physicality of some of the other matches, but technically brutal, and it'll break your bones. It'll wear you down. You'll rip and tear every ligament and tendon, as I've been saying. I mean, nobody's submitted yet. Surprisingly, with these maneuvers, they keep going back and forth. 10:11 Eastern Standard Time. A very important date in my life. And Danielson just spat in the face of Zack Sabre. And now they're bitch slapping and paint brushing each other on the canvas as they're both tied up in a leg lock. Both with boots and stomps to the jib from the canvas as they're both tied up with one leg in a leg lock, and then their free leg, their right leg, they're both stomping each other in the face. Unbelievable. This is a spectacle to see. Oh, thanks, Mox. They're going to be icing their hands and their faces. That's quite the insight. Stick to grappling, Mox. Sabre giving uppercuts to the right arm under the armpit of Bryan Danielson as Danielson counters with the right leg kicks. Both men going back and forth. It really is going for a backslide. Both men have each other. Who's going to win it over? Sabre with the back elbows on Danielson. Again, double lock behind each other. Who's going to get the backslide? And now Danielson with his reverse elbows. Again, mimicking each other's moves, going back and forth, trying to one-up each other. Nice reversals. Almost a neck breaker. Backslide by Sabre. Beautiful kick to the jib of Danielson. Sabre on his feet. Danielson back to his feet, gaining his wits. On Queer Street, both men on their heels. Oh, big tilt-a-world slam by Sabre. And again, instead of the pain, the pin, there's a lot of pain. Instead of the pin, he's going back to the arm locks and leg locks. Unbelievable, tied up like a pretzel. Somebody ask him. Ask him. As Nigel McGuinness said, ask him. That used to be my saying at ringside. Ask him, ref. Ask him if he wants to give up. Go back and check out the videos here on the YouTube of my career. Over 2,500 videos with all the stars. McGuinness has been the perfect heel commentator tonight. I got to say, I'm impressed. Both Mox and McGuinness are both up rooting on their guys. Excellent ring awareness by Danielson as he breaks up the hold foot on the lower ropes. You gotta love it. Ring awareness, there's nothing better. Mox, JR, and McGuinness in the booth. Boy, that kick to the hand by Sabre, that roundhouse of Danielson. Again, they're not really working on the major body parts. They're working on the wrists, the hands, the elbows, the ligaments and joints, as I keep saying, the ankle, going for the smaller body parts for the submissions. This is technical wrestling. This is submission wrestling. This is MMA mixed with Olympic wrestling, grappling, and pro wrestling, in my opinion, all around. Oh, stomp by Sabre again on the hand of Danielson. And then a kick by Sabre himself across the chest. Off the far side, off the ropes. Oh, and a big roundhouse by Danielson into the head of Sabre. And then a second one. Down goes Sabre. Down goes Sabre. Down goes Sabre. And then here it is, stretching out the arms of Sabre and then putting those stomps on the side of the head. How the fuck do you take something like that and not get your bell rung and still continue? Oh, nice reversal by Sabre into an arm lock. Sujikatami, konnichiwa. Again with those hands, your hands and wrists and elbows aren't supposed to go that way. Leg scissors, body scissors by Sabre on Danielson. Nice reversal by Danielson. This really is something. Beautiful suplex by Danielson. Sabre back up to his feet. Big trouble, big flying knee to the jib by Danielson. Here's the cover. Almost a 3 count. I almost said put it in the books. Listen to the fans. The energy is there. If you can hear a little bit. Here in Seattle, Washington. Here in the shadows of Titan Towers. What do they call it now? Endeavor? Here in the shadows of Endeavor. Oh, again, another big knee to the jib. A flying knee, running knee by Danielson. Here's the pin. Danielson wins. The American Dragon wins the dream match. Holy shit. What a matchup. What a great matchup. What a technical matchup. Here's your winner. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, over Zack Sabre Jr., WrestleDream, Antonio Inoki, AEW, the Guardian of Chaos. What a fantastic bout. Bryan Danielson. They're talking about 1975. Talk about history. Antonio Inoki, Billy Robinson. I couldn't agree more. 2 of the best technical wrestlers of this era. Fans, we're coming up on 10:18 Eastern Standard Time. The dream match, Zack Sabre, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, is your winner. And now it looks like they're going to shake hands. Ring of Honor style. As McGinnis is saying right now, and I'm going to repeat what he's saying, sportsmanship, but guess what? Zack Sabre says, and rolls out of the ring. No handshake for Zack Sabre Jr. And now what's Danielson doing here? Zack Sabre refused to shake his hand, rolling out. Sabre's definitely disgusted. There's your winner, fans. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to put this right up to YouTube. We're not done yet. We still have some big matches coming up, including the 2 out of 3 falls between Darby and Christian for the TNT title, and then that insane 6-man tag match that's coming up. Come on back to Chaos Corner. Don't you dare miss it.